If I see someone down and out, I'm gonna go and pick 'em up, pick 'em up, pick 'em up, pick 'em up. And if they need a hand, just pick 'em up, pick 'em up, pick 'em up, pick 'em up, pick 'em up. And if the demons are winning, pick 'em up. I'm rolling around campus on a tandem bike, moving and grooving with the people I like. When we're made of being style, getting the job done. You know, two heads.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Sokol here with
Rissa Dupuis.
And today we're going to be doing an episode called Empaths. The internet defines an empath as
a person with the paranormal ability to apprehend the mental or emotional state of another individual.
And they're considered rare human beings that make up a small percentage of the world's population. I, for one, don't think I am one. What about you?
I am definitely one.
Rissa, what's it like to be an empath?
It's hard, to put it simply.
So, Rissa, when did you know you were an empath?
Officially when I was about 13.
13. So what made you think that was a thing?
My dad's best friend helped me with kind of recognizing that ability. And just from then on, I started realizing what it actually was and the ability in itself, and that I actually am one.
Do you feel like a superhero?
Not really, no.
Do you think it's more of a curse or a blessing?
Both.
It can be both. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely attest to that.
It's been on my mind a lot. I've been thinking about, I have a lot of empath friends, and knowing how someone feels is just really friggin' important. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I unless someone's vocal about something, I don't know what they need. Did you want to talk just a little bit about what it's like to have an empath personality in communication and stuff?
Sure, yeah, okay. When it comes to communicating, I feel the bulk of being an empath is you feel a lot of emotions and what others are feeling. And if I am especially connected to somebody like my best friend or just anyone in general, if they're allowing me subconsciously to feel what they're feeling, because a lot of people can be pretty closed off. Which, I mean, if they're closed off, I can't get in there. But I can tell when somebody's lying. It can be a curse.
I feel like I know when someone's lying, but then the more that I live my life, I realize, nope,
Yeah.
no idea.
I mean, that's also a basic judge of character, too.
Yeah, I think I attract pretty good people just because I'm kind of rough on the people that seem like they need me to be. But
yeah.
ever since I've been a kid, I used to get kicked around a lot. I was the youngest sibling, but when I got older and started working out, I started bullying the bullies and protecting the people who I thought deserved to be protected. And I think that's why I have so many empath friends, and I hope they see some good in me because I see a lot of good in them.
Rissa and I met a couple years ago. She's one of those friends, you don't even remember how they came into your life, but you've been supportive friends on Facebook for so long. And it's an honor to have you on an episode of Tandem Bike Talks, and I'm glad I get to share a little bit of your life life experience with some of my friends and followers. So thank you very much. But the next question, the world wants to know, what did you think when you met that Steve Sokol guy?
Well, first, it's an honor to be here. Second, I thought big energy and a very eccentric and high energy kind of guy.
Oh, geez.
It was a lot to take in for myself because I'm not big energy like that myself. So.
Yeah, you're pretty reserved.
Yeah, a little bit.
You call yourself an introvert?
Yeah, I could call myself that, but once I'm super comfortable with somebody, like my best friend, for example, I come out of my shell pretty hard.
Nice. I always make the analogy, extroverts are like golds splattered out all over a beach. It's easy to find, but hey, it's still gold, right? Introverts are like buried treasure. You gotta look for them a little bit. When you find it, it's like, oh, treasure! So, yeah, that's why I found just about every gal I've ever dated is the polar opposite of me when it comes to socializing. I seem to be drawn to introverts. A lot of my best friends are introverts. I have a couple theories as to why.
Well, I think it's because you're such a high energy person, and it's a nice change to have somebody who is more introverted and low, because then you know, when you want to be low energy, you can be, and you feel comfortable doing it. So, but that high energy or the low energy is like you can come home to it pretty much.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, there is a weird comfort in knowing someone's going to be calm when you see them. With me, you don't know if I'm going to be sitting in a chair smoking a pipe, or if I'm going to be lit on fire and jumping over something dangerous and sharp.
Oh my God.
I love coming to you for advice because I don't require much advice, but whenever I got some emotions I don't understand, I'm glad I know you. I knew from an early age that I have the ability to be a jerk.
I'm a 70-30 mix of douchebag and pretty nice guy, and I got leadership qualities, and I'm very confrontational. You're a little different.
I'm pretty quiet.
But we both have the opportunity to make the world a better place and be good people, so yeah, what do you think about that?
One big thing is I love helping people, and I don't know, I mean, I have a feeling it's a big chunk of being an empath, because I feel for them, and I have understanding of what they're going through, and whether they want me to or not, it's, you know, I just do. And so when I feel somebody hurting, I want to take that sadness away from them and make them feel better. And I want to do that with everybody. I want to do that with, you know, seeing like what's going around.
Especially
social
lately.
media.
It's a dangerous place emotionally to be on there too often.
Oh yeah, scrolling on Facebook, there's every other post is sex trafficking, the other half is racism,
politics and COVID,
politics and
negativity.
COVID, everything.
Narcissists kind of became a popular topic for a while.
Yeah, and
oh gosh,
it's a lot emotionally.
Yeah, when you're an empath, do you get burned a lot in friendships and relationships?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
Yeah, I mean, my emotions are always on. Me feeling their emotions is always on. I can't shut that off.
Yeah,
and so if my significant other he's just having the worst day, I feel every single part of that, and sometimes even more.
Oh no.
And
what if they're the closed off type of people? Is it a fact? I know a lot of people claim that they can, you know, just not share their emotions with someone else because they don't want to bother them. Can you just see right through that?
I can see their wall.
Oh, okay.
Everyone has their own wall. Mine is very thick and it's got thorns.
Okay, jeez.
So
I'm glad you're here on an episode because I like you. I think you're great. So.
With you try to be like, you show parts of yourself, but other parts you try to close off. With empaths, like, people flock to us for help. Yeah. And so it's really hard for them.
They do to me too, but I think it's because I'm an entertainer, not because I know how they feel.
Right.
I found when I'm on stage, sometimes when I'm having a real bad day on stage, I can't do it. I just tell them the truth. Hey, audience, it's not your fault, but I'm pissed off today or I'm sad. And if I can tell them the reason, I'll just tell them the reason real quick and say, I'm just going to say these words and I'm going to music always puts me in a better mood, so you'll probably see that in a couple songs or two. And usually they're like, thank you for sharing it. Yeah, it ain't always easy being a musician, but I'm glad I'm not an empath because I don't feel like I'd be able to handle all that.
It's definitely a blessing and a curse.
But yeah, it's a massive luxury to have you as a friend. I can speak from experience as a friend and also for anyone who gets to know you. But be kind to her, I swear to God, I'm a guard dog. For her and a lot of other empath friends, I'll be there. I'll beat you up mentally, even if you don't deserve her time and effort. She's a good person. And a lot of people like her are great people. So.
Well, thank you. That means a lot, actually. I mean, it's hard for me to be friends with some types of personalities.
Yeah.
And I mean, him and I have been friends for a couple years now. I mean, we don't talk every day or anything, but you know, we're there when we need each other, and you know, when he needs somebody to talk to, I'm there. if I need him, he's there for me. And
Yeah. It's
even
awesome.
with his complete opposite personality, to me, because he's very extroverted, we all know
Yeah,
that.
I talk to anybody,
I
even the
really-
mannequins.
Yeah, I'm really not, and so sometimes it's hard for me to make friends, but the friends that I have, I cherish their friendship.
So, my empath friend, how do you feel about ghosting and closure in a relationship or a breakup?
I hate it.
I hate it too.
I
I think
hate
that's
it.
pretty universal. I think people who don't have the gumption to stand up and, you know, tell someone the reasons why, I think it's just so fearful and shallow.
Yeah, it is. Out of the 3 serious relationships I've had, one of them have had the guts to give me closure, and it felt good, but the fact that he also wasn't a jerk made it really hard to get over him.
Yeah.
But the other 2, so my first really serious relationship, we were young, very naive, and I moved out of state for him, and once I moved back, he wouldn't talk to me, and it took me 2+ years to finally get over him and to realize I'm not getting closure, and that's okay, and that I can move on and heal from it.
In a lot of my friendships, I'm considered the tough love friend, and it's real weird because I'm a very confrontational guy who speaks his mind all the time, right? So the first time I've ever been in this situation where a woman really just gave me no closure, it really tore me up too. I had a very hard time getting over it, and yeah, I kind of always, it sucks, but there's more ways to communicate now than ever before in human history, but somehow people can find a way to do it. And I figured asking an empath would kind of make it a little simpler for me, but sometimes you just
That
don't know.
really wasn't, I mean, it's a universal thing, it's not just empaths. I feel like because of all the emotions that are connected to a relationship, and especially with me, I'm not just gonna go out with somebody if even if I don't feel connected to them.
Yeah.
If I feel connected to them, I will give them all my time and energy, which also can be a very bad thing.
Like sometimes you feel like you're compatible with someone. Sometimes I've found I really feel compatible as a friend with someone, but
Yeah.
it's no more than that, and it gets a little messy when it's not equal. All right, everybody, this is Rissa. Show her some love in the comments, and I hope you've been paying attention. Well, it's good to know even an empath still doesn't quite understand why people ghost one another. I never really understood it. I'm such an honest guy. Sometimes honest guys don't always attract honest women, and that's something we just kind of got to deal with. Well, you know what they say, if you wear rose-colored glasses, you don't always notice the red flags.
Yep, and being an empath and dating on dating sites and all that, it can be really hard because there's so many people and so many chances to connect with others, and once you connect with somebody, you still don't know where it's gonna go and if they happen to ghost you. I have been ghosted before, and it's not, I get hung up on it a lot.
Yeah, let us
because-
know in the comments if you've been ghosted. Are we the only two?
And I'm really sorry if you have, because it's not a fun thing.
She went all King Boo on you. She went all Casper up in here. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tandem Bike Talks. I'm Steve Solkola here with,
Rissa Dupuis?
and thank you for tuning in. I hope you learned a thing or two about empaths, and I hope you all do better and be better every day that you live. Be kind to those, especially those that are kind to you. And we'll see you next week on another episode. Have a good week. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's a wrap.
Pick 'em up, pick 'em up, pick 'em up. And if the demons are winning, pick 'em up. I'm rolling around campus on a tandem bike.